Alright, let's get into this beginning. This is just a quick Brig run through of the basics. So we're gonna start off by explaining. You said that you feel like you don't get a lot of value on Brig because you don't feel like you heal a lot. And that's mainly because Brig isn't a burst healer, she's a sustained healer. You're meant to keep your passive up as far as possible. And as you can see, it even, like, your passive will reach from far away. They buffed your packs recently to where you throw it, and it instantly does 25 healing, which is a lot better right now for being able to burst heal. So like if someone's really low, getting really low, you just throw a pack at them. It'll heal, each pack heals 125 HP over 2 seconds. 25 instantly, 50 a second over 2 seconds. 125 healing. So that means if you throw all 3 packs at someone, you're doing 375 healing to them. Which isn't the best, but it's not bad. You mainly want to keep your passive up as much as you can. And you're gonna wanna, I would focus on right now not using your bash as much to engage as to use it as a movement tool.
That felt pretty good.
If you hold space while you're doing it, you get a little extra momentum and they jump at the end. And you're gonna, you can use your shield to block incoming damage from teammates. Whenever you peek a corner, you wanna kind of shield up. You want to be using whip shot off cooldown as much as you can because you want to keep your passive up. Inspire is a very, very valuable resource, and keeping Inspire up allows you to do things like this. Keep your 10.7k healing. Brig, you're probably gonna have a lot of deaths. That's not necessarily a bad thing. You want to keep your whip shot accuracy as high up as possible. Inspire uptime is like, it's hard to keep it really high.
Let me help you with that.
But you're okay. The worst thing about Brig, and probably the hardest thing to teach, is when to use rally and when not to. Rally is a judgment call. You kind of have to sit there and be like, you want to use to sustain, right? If you're in a team fight and you guys don't have tempo, nobody has tempo, it's kind of just like a stalemate. If they pop an ult like Kiriko ult or something that like Valk, you press Q, you know, you just kind of play safe, or you can use it to make your team engage. You can do multiple things with it. It's just hard because it's hard to get value out of it. It's such a dog shit ult. It sucks a lot. There's not a lot to her. It's just mainly surviving and getting the most value. Surviving. Yeah. It's mainly just survivability is the problem. Because learning matchups is hard. If we go over, we'll run some. I'll go through each character, I guess, and explain what you want to do against each character. Starting from here. So D.Va is kind of free for you because she can't block any of your attacks. So you can kind of just beat her around. The only problem you have to watch out for is when she gets really close to you, she'll tear you through your shield and tear through your health. So usually when she uses her boosters, you want to whip shot her away and kind of just play at range. Play around corners. If she dives into you again, you can just like bash away and then whip shot, get her away from you. But you should be fine most of the time. D.Va is not... You kind of beat the shit out of D.Va. Doom is a lot harder. Because his punch, yeah, you can shield bash and it counterpins. But that also leaves you at a disadvantage. So when he's charging up his pin, it's best his punch, if you know he's going for you, then like maybe push around a corner, and then when he punches, you want to bash, and then you have the cover while he's exposed to your entire team. When he does his seismic slam or punch, you can also, if you don't bash, you can whip shot him, displace him. He might miss his punch. You can't. It's hard to do a lot against him, but it's definitely I'd say Brig against Doom is a skill matchup. JQ, you lose this matchup pretty fucking hard. what you want to do is never use your bash to engage JQ, because you will lose. What you want to do is you want to kind of walk up, maybe auto a couple times. If she's low, then you can bash in. But otherwise, what you want to do is you either want to focus on, like, as soon as you hear her E, which is she takes out her axe and she swings her axe, you want to do one of two things. Either whip shot, or you hear an E and you want to get out. You want to get out. Because that does, like, 75 damage, and the bleed brings you down, like, 100 HP. You're getting low. That's not good. You don't want to be in that situation at all. You want to, mainly against JQ, you want to use your whip shot, keep your passive up.
Sticky bag.
Maybe walk up for a few hits, but don't. Try not to. Honestly, if you're going against JQ, Ana's just a better pick for you. Orisa is really difficult, because what you have to do is you kind of have to shield dance a lot. You have to shield dance a lot, because her spear, you get hit by her spear, she pins you to a wall, that's like JQ. It does 75 damage, and she just gets free headshots on you. You're down to like 50 HP. So you kind of want to shield dance until you know she doesn't have her her spear. And then, as soon as she doesn't have her spear, you can just bash all in, get as much damage off as you can. Okay.
I love doing that.
And, on to the next one. Ram. If you go against Ram, here's what you do. You get off this dog shit hero.
My own
No, she's not dog shit. But no, Ram, you lose. Period. You just lose. So, because what he does is he presses shift, and you can't block his damage, and he 3-taps you. So you don't play this character into Ram, unless you're me and you one-trick this character. And this is all you ever play because you're weird and you have a Brig kink or something, I don't know. Ryan is, same deal with JQ, kind of. Starts walking up to you. You actually have, like, a range advantage, kind of. You hit him a couple times. He hits you once, whip shot him away, walk away, come in for another hit. Shield bash away if you have to. You just gotta really, really watch out for those fire strikes, because they do 100 damage now. You can get 2 hit by them. They really hurt. That's what you have to watch out for in line. Shatter is also one of those things. You have a shield, but keep in mind, when you're going against Ryan and you're trying to block Shatter, if you jump, it does go under your shield. Your shield, as you can see, does go over the ground. So care for that. Hog. A lot easier to handle now, because he can't one-hit you. You can kind of just beat the shit out of him now, honestly. I would still watch out for Hook, though. I'd still definitely still try to block Hook. But yeah, just kind of beat the shit out of him. Sigma? Same thing with Hog and JQ and Ryan, except with Rock. It's mainly the high damaging abilities, like, as you can see with the tanks. It's like Rock, Hook, Fire Strikes maybe, and melees from Ryan, and then like a JQE. Micro Missiles from D.Va. You kind of just want to, you have Rock, block it, go back to swinging, immediately beat the shit out of him. He can't really kill you. And if you really think you got this, what you do is you sit there, and then he auto attacks, you block. Swing, he's gonna auto attack again, you block. You just block his auto attacks and he does no damage, because his cooldown on it's pretty decent, actually. You can kind of just beat the shit out of him in between those. You're pretty good against Monkey. The one thing you really gotta watch out for is his shield, his bubble. When he pops bubble, and you're inside, you can't get healed, and your Inspire's not going to your teammates. So really, what you want to do is, he pops bubble, you kind of want to sit out of bubble and try to beat him. So, to give Inspire to your teammates and to stay in the LS of your teammates. Unless your teammates are also inside the bubble, then you can kind of just go inside and do whatever you want. I think my mic might be a little loud. Let's turn it down a little bit. There we go. And then, next... Sorry if that beginning was loud. I turned it down a little bit. Ball, I mean, I already explained this kind of. We need a counter to Ball. Brig is a perfect counter. What does Ball want to do? He wants to go disrupt your team. He wants to come in. He wants to go up. He wants to pile drive. and maybe get a pick if you can. Mainly just piles, drive, disrupt, roll away. What do? You come in, he starts rolling towards you, whip shot. He's not rolling towards you anymore, and if he does, he slows balls. He comes in, say you don't whip shot him, you miss your whip shot, he pile drives. You hit him once, you've procced Inspire, your entire team around you that he just pile drived is now consistently getting healed. Healing him, healing all the damage he just did, making it, completely negating it. Say he's dived, and now he's focusing your Ana.
Here, take this.
Boom. He's not killing her anymore. And he pops mines. You can proc Inspire off of mines. You just gotta watch out that you don't shield bash into it, because I've done that a couple times, and I still kind of do it sometimes because I suck at the game. Not really, but because I don't know, I'm weird. I usually don't, but sometimes it happens. Okay, going back to Ryan and Sid real quick. And Monkey, shields are kind of difficult because you can't whip shot, and it's hard to keep Inspire up through a shield because you have to balance your whip shot off of when they're shield hopping and stuff. Same thing with Zarya, except for bubbles. If Zarya has high charge, you will lose. So it's important that your team doesn't charge her bubbles. Other than that, you win. Zar grab is rough. It's pretty rough. Even with rally, it can be kind of hard. So it's a judgment call on whether you rally when they grab. Judgment call completely. If they have a combo like Blade, if they're dry blading, you can do it and get away with it. If they're nano blading, don't waste it. If they're dragoning, don't waste it. Dragoning depending on how late it is. But that's things you learn over time when playing the character. Don't worry about that now. Ashe, she has the range advantage on you. And she's going to keep high ground most of the time. Most you can do is just poke with whip shot. Like I said, should be using off cooldown. It's mainly just... Brig is mainly just keeping Inspire up, keeping you whip shot. If she uses Coach Gun, she's out of position, you can go in and completely punish it. One thing you also gotta watch out for, though, with Ashe, Dynamite. If you can, block Dynamite. Just block it. It's a pain.
Sometimes I still surprise myself.
While you negate Dynamite with your passive, Dynamite also negates your passive, so they kind of negate each other, meaning you're not really healing anybody. You're just negating the Ashe Dynamite. Which isn't, like, that's healing, but it's, you know what I mean. Bastion, very dangerous matchup. You are playing natural cover against Bastion. Usually with Brig, you can kind of play anywhere you want because you have two things. You have your shield to block damage, and then when your shield gets low, you can just kind of bash out, get to cover. Around Bastion, even with your shield, he's just going to shred it. You kind of just want to play corners, whip shot. He walks up, you beat the shit out of him a little bit, and then go back behind cover. Shield hop. Shield hopping is very important. Rally doesn't give armor anymore, so it's a lot more difficult against Bastion. Kree, you can block High Noon. Nade is very, very hard. He's gonna shoot you once and then throw nade at you. If you don't block the nade, you die. Unless you get healing. I don't think your passive outlives it. It's weird. Sometimes you outlive it, sometimes you don't. Echo really kind of beats the shit out of you because that laser beam. You get below half, she laser beams you. Your shield gets below half, she laser beams your shield. And then stickies do a lot of damage to you. Echo's kind of a hard counter, especially because she flies as well. Genji, you counter. I mean, if he blocks, you can bash him. If he blades, you can boop him. And just make sure you don't do what I did a little while ago, and he dives you, and then you boop him into your team. Don't do that. If you can, help it. Like I said, he's dry blading. Rally works. If he's nano blading, don't rally because you're just gonna die anyways. You also have to watch out with rally because rally does not make you invincible by any means. It makes you pretty tanky, but it does not make you invincible. You can die. Don't do stupid shit. It's better to not play aggro with rally, get your team stacks, keep the stacks up, than to try to run in, do as much as you can, play full aggro, end up dying first with rally, because then your team loses it, and it's just not valuable, and they're down to support. Hanzo, I hate going against Hanzo. It's literally just like, does he get lucky enough to headshot you and one-tap you? If he does, then you're dead. If he doesn't, you pull your shield up, you're fine. Wall climb can be kind of annoying. You can keep up to him, because even with his air dodge, you have your dash. One thing about your combos is very... Oh, we'll talk about combos later. Junkrat, you lose this matchup 100% of the time. 100% of the time. It's just... He just one-taps you. He two-taps your shield. He won't, like... He can one-tap combo you. His tire is really weird. Blocking things with Brig, as you'll learn over time, is wonky. Your shield positioning, it looks big, it's not. Blocking tire is weird. It's hard. Weirdly enough, because I don't know why. Blocking things with Brig is just weird. That have big AoE effects. Mei, you win against Mei when she ults, but if she has ult, you want to save your bash because you want to get out. It's hard though, because against Mei as well, you like Ryan, you don't want to get walled off. So don't overextend for it. If she uses a wall, you can walk up on her. If you know she has ult, try to stick with your team, and if she ults, just immediately try to get the fuck away. Usually don't bash when she ults. Bash when you see it land and where it is. Because, like, say she ults and you don't know where it's going. Maybe you dash back to your team, but she didn't ult you. She ulted your backline. Now you're stuck there, no mobility, and you're probably dead. Wait for it to land. Usually you'll be fine enough to bash out. There's plenty of time. Pharah, you lose, period. You're not going to kill her if she has a mercy pocket at all. Her ult fully just kills you. She flies. It's just impossible. It's kind of like Junkrat but flying, you know? It's worse. Reaper, don't let Reaper get close to you. That's all I'm going to say. Just don't let him get close to you. And you're fine. Soldier, you have better all-in potential on her than she does on you, as long as you're good at shield dancing and making sure that she doesn't hit you with that right click. She hits you with the right click, you're in trouble. As long as you block the right click, and she has no dash, you can just like box her up. No?
I'm on a roll.
Soldier, he's just gonna run away from you if he gets low. So just focus on keep him away from you, honestly. I mean, if he's threatening to walk up on you, by all means, stand your ground and walk up on him, but just do not get hit by those Helix rockets. Kind of like Soldier and right click, they'll fuck you up, and it's not fun. Remember, your character is sustain. You want to sustain all the damage you can. You want to heal all the damage that they do. It's good against poke and dive. If they have all-in potential, I mean, Brig's good in a lot of situations. Right now. I mean, you can run her in most situations. Unless they have, like, really cancerous things. Then it gets hard pretty quickly, depending on what they have and depending on how experienced you are. But she can... She works into every comp. She's not the best at every comp, but she works. I mean, there is certainly other characters that can do her job better in certain situations, but I just find her fun. Sombra... you're peeling. That's another thing we have to talk about, but we'll talk about that in a second. Sombra, Holy smokes! That's a great bug. Let me here. Let me get my snipping tool out real quick. Just no! Damn it! Fuck you. So what she wants to do is she wants to go around being a nuisance. Just she comes out of invis. If she's hacking you, you know, just block it with your shield because you can do that. And then yeah, just shield bash. Make her go back to her translocator. Sim counters you because, you know, shields exist, and she just counters you because shields. That's basically it. And she will shred you, and you can't really do shit about it. Torb, his shotgun hurts. His primary fire hurts. And his turret is a nuisance. But it's not impossible by any means. It's bringing the Torm is fine. It's just difficult. It is very difficult. It's not like it's not as bad as Sim, Junk, and Farah. I'd say it's on the same level as Bastion. It's difficult. You need to play around cover and watch yourself because you can get killed really easily, and like Reaper. You can get killed by these three pretty easily if you're not careful. And actually, these 4, 5, I don't know, there's a lot. You can get killed by a lot easily on Brig. It's just play, you know, carefully. Tracer, she wants to dive your backline. You're peeling again. Just
Try something
peel for
different
your
next
team.
time.
Make sure she can't. Make sure she doesn't have free roam. Force her off that character. Oh, okay, Widow. You can use your shield to help your team not die to the Widow. That's really hard to do. Don't prioritize that by any means. But, I mean, if your Widow... If your Widow... That's not a bad idea. Huh. Flanking. Flanking the Widow is not bad, but don't really do that. Just kind of, it's not your job to deal with her. Just leave it at that. That's not your job. Once again, kind of like Junkrat, it's hard to block nade sometimes. It can be very difficult, but you want to block it as much as you can, because anti really, really counters you. Really, really hard. As long as you don't get hit by anti, you win. But you have to try to block anti and sleep as best you can. And watch out for Nano Ryan. That 2-taps you. Bap, you beat the shit out of Bap. He doesn't have a chance. As long as when he pops in more, you focus him more, and you use your shield to block damage. It's... When you're playing against these characters, and I'm telling you to shield dance, don't go get 1 HP and then start blocking. Hit like twice, block, block. Bruh. Like that. I do that sometimes. It's weird. So that's something you have to watch out for too. I don't know why, but after the update, Brig Bash seems a little sensitive. Like, I drop my shield, and then I go to immediately swing. But sometimes it... Yeah, maybe it's just me. It might just be me, honestly. I mean, I'm not gonna go into Brig against Brig. I mean, I guess I could, but, when they're blocking on repeat, going for a bash, watch.
I hope you weren't holding back.
You want to block whip shot, because that's mainly the execute move.
Clearing the way.
Yeah, just try to block whip shot against a Brig. Kiriko is just, you're not gonna kill her because she cleanses and then she just TPs away. You're not gonna kill her, but I mean, go for like, you know, by all means, go and try to swing on her. Get all that all charge. Just watch out for those headshots. Lucio, he's not killing you. You kill him. Hit him 1v1 pretty easily. Mercy, same thing. Moira, if she throws an orb, just walk away from it and try not to get hit by it. Because they are pain to deal with, and they can screw you up. Zen, I hate going to this matchup, by the way, because believe it or not, you lose this matchup. Yeah, you lose. Maybe, well, Brig, how do you lose this matchup? I go in. I start swinging. He kicks me away. I bash back in. He kicks me away again. Meanwhile, the entire time, he's got Discord on me. He hits 2 headshots, and I'm dead. It's a pain. It sucks. Don't take the 1v1. Hit him. Back him away. Play behind cover. I hate you.
You should rethink.
That's everyone. Okay. On to the next part, which is I said your job was sustainability. That's true. But where do you want to sustain? Right? You want to do, I like a healthy mixture of frontlining with your tank, sticking with your tank, you know, making sure they're healthy. But if your backline gets dove on by this list of characters, I'm gonna go list off right now. Diva. Really anybody, honestly. If anybody walks on your backline, it's your job as Brig to go help them. Go back. Help your team, make sure they don't die. Like, Brig is a big peel support. And she also is meant for keeping up the front line. So, keep with the front line, but also don't stray too far from your back line. Be with enough range to... You want to be within enough distance to be able to be like, oh, well, my team's gonna go. Fall back. Hit him a couple times, you know. Do your thing. That's your job. So, frontlining, your team gets dove, fall back, help them out, make sure they're alright, go back to frontlining. Let's say, now your combos. You have, you know, your basic whip shot, and you have your melee and your bash. I don't know the exact numbers, I've just played enough to where I can usually just get the combo off right. So we're gonna actually check. I'm gonna play this. We're gonna see how many hits it takes for you to kill them. With shield, bash, and whip shot. So, bash, whip shot, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I've got this.
It's 3. So usually, you have 2 types of combos. You have the 1, 2, 1, 2 thing, where you kind of bash to engage. Usually you want to swing before, kind of like Roadhog, when you shoot and then you hook. You kind of want to boom, and then the animation cancel into the rest of it. One thing when you get more advanced also about like rally, it's not, like I said, it's good to play safe, but when you get more advanced and learn the character better, it's not uncommon, neither is a bad idea for you to be able to go in and kill their backline, kill a support or two. That's not a bad idea, but don't sacrifice the rest of your team to do that. If they need the help, keep them up. If they are perfectly fine, then and you can. If you can do it, your team doesn't die, and you can get out safely, you can go for it. But don't prioritize that right now. We're just trying to get you the basics. You have that combo, you have just hitting them. I missed. We don't talk about that.
I'm getting used to this.
Too much flicking. Flicking whip shots. I actually like doing because it helps with a lot of hard targets to hit, like Tracer, Pharah, blind characters, Junkrat, Fall.
I'll be waiting if you want to try again.
And remember, one of the most important things about Brig is multitasking. You know, sustaining is, multitasking is including in that. You're hitting, you're swinging. You see, I'm hitting these guys, but I also need to turn around and work my back. Throw some packs around. You have the packs. Always keep one pack if you can, if possible. I'm not saying like, oh my god, my teammates won, but I need to keep one pack. No, use the pack. But like, this guy, right? This bot. He's low, right? I'm gonna throw one pack. It healed him that much. Don't see. Oh my god, he's low. I'm gonna throw all my packs. It's overheal. It's overkill. Now you have no packs. This guy dies because you have no packs. I mean, I had a pack up there, but you know what I mean. So always keep a pack for emergencies when you can. And whenever you're frontlining, also be sure to turn around, do your thing. Play with. Do not overextend. That's kind of just that's the basics. A lot of it was just me repeating, but practice. She's fun. If you really like playing frontline Ana, I like playing frontline Ana. It's fun. Being able to walk up, sleep, anti, do damage, you know, heal my tank, being in their face is fun. Then I think you'll enjoy Brig because she does the same thing, except she's made to do this. She's a sniper like Ana. Kind of have the capability to do it without getting. But yeah, just practice, and then I'll send you a VOD code of mine. You can watch that, see how I play, and we'll see how you do. You know. All right, smile. I'll see you.